greatest Boston sports talk show in the world. This is
What?
April Fools. By the time you guys listen to this, it will be April 1st. April Fools. This is Cheesesteaks and
That's true.
Takes, the
It's a very
best
good call,
Philadelphia
bro.
sports podcast. Little jokety joke there. I know we're not laughing after that Sixers game last night. We'll get into Sixers Heat after the Sixers blew a fourth quarter lead late in that game. Talk some Phillies. I know, Noah, you've had your eye on Andrew Painter right now going in the Phillies game. Talk a little bit about that. We got some fitness stuff to get through, pop culture updates from Drew, who we've missed in recent weeks. I like the hat, by the way, Drew. The audience cannot see Drew is
Yeah,
sporting
yeah,
a nice Phillies hat.
yeah.
How we
No,
doing
it's only
today,
been
guys?
last week. It's only been last week I've been gone. The People's Champ is
Couple, yeah,
back.
2 week. I haven't seen him in 2 weeks. Yep.
The People's
And Kobe,
Champ
I'm
is
doing
back. The
great.
P stands for the people,
Okay.
and your voice is the champ of life.
Chuck, you've been
But
playing pickleball. You've been playing pickleball lately.
I have.
Weather's
It's
been
been
getting
gorgeous outside
pretty
too,
good
so that
for that.
warm weather hits my face. I played yesterday indoors, obviously, and I wasn't happy with my
Destroyed?
results, but
You
I
got
didn't get
destroyed?
destroyed. I hate. Here's what I would rather lose but play well than win and like be off my game because I spent so much time and money into the sport, and when I do stupid stuff, it frustrates me.
When you
So,
say money, what do you mean? Like, how much does it cost to play pickleball?
uh, paddles, goggles, lessons, gym memberships.
Goggles.
You need lessons to play pickleball?
I've
Isn't
never
it
seen
like
anyone wear
isn't it like
goggles.
a isn't pickleball like a just like a bigger version of ping pong where you just run
no,
around?
We'll play. We'll
It
play.
is.
All right. No free advertisements, but these are my. I'm not going to show you the name of it. These are my pickleball glasses.
Oh, they have a. Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, there's no lenses in these, but they protect your eyes
Oh,
against the
okay.
ball.
Pickleball is just a life-size version of ping pong.
Stop it. No, it's not.
It is.
It is not. There's
How's it
rules
different?
that you have that evens out like if someone's like super athletic, these rules kind of like even evens out the playing field for everybody to
Yeah.
some extent.
The ping pong doesn't have the kitchen.
Doesn't have the kitchen. The other thing is, Troy,
Well, I don't even know if they
occasionally I will do something
cook in the kitchen.
and I remember that I was athletic at one point in my life. Like I would surprise myself that I like did something. It could be like getting a ball that's out of reach,
So
smashing a ball.
basically, so you're saying it's a game that cheats for unathletic people?
No. I mean, you can be unathletic, but it does help that you're athletic. So there's different levels. Like if you're a hard hitter, which I'm kind of in between, then that's a different level of like pickleball. Like if you see those young boys out there, they're like 20, 22 years old, they're smashing the ball. But you could control them a little bit because there is a kitchen in it. Like they can't do certain things because the game and the rules kind of even things out. But if you're athletic, it does help.
So
Anyway,
I
enough
would
about pickleball.
probably, so I would probably dominate in pickleball.
You would do well.
Like the
You would do
first
well because
time,
you're
my
you're
first time out.
fast. You're fast and athletic. So that's a good starting
It's a
point.
good start. It's definitely a good start. But if you, if
Son, how do you know? You've played pickleball?
yeah,
Or you just been reading
I've
up on
played.
it?
I've played. No, I've played.
How did you
Correct me if
do?
I'm wrong, Chuck. I feel like a strong serve goes a long way in pickleball. If you can serve, I feel
It
like you can
does.
dominate.
Absolutely. So those are kind of things like if you have a really strong serve or if you have a serve with like a little curve to it, it does help. But anyway, I spent lots of money on this sport.
So how much is a racket?
My bracket. Ironically, I have all the stuff here with me. This was about $150.
And do you need
This is
more
my
than one?
pickleball racket.
You need more than one racket, or
I have. No. This is
So
that's the one I
only
use.
you only play with one.
you only play with
You
one? So
yeah,
like,
but I have other
like
ones.
is
They're
is
I
one
don't have them with me.
racket is one racket juiced versus another racket? Like what? Why do you need four rackets? Because
So when I first
they wear
started, and
out.
again, I may cut this part out of the podcast, but when I first
Okay.
started, a friend of mine got me into it. He said, "Let's play pickleball." And in all honesty, and he might be even listening to this podcast, I was so honored that they asked me because they even at Apple, where I work, I'm kind of on the older side there. So when like the kids asked me to do something, I'm like, oh wow, they want me to play with them. Oh, I can't believe it. I was so honored that they want me to play. So even though I didn't want to really play pickleball, I didn't want to like be like, no, I don't want to play because they asked me to play. So I started playing. This game's interesting. So I ordered a paddle from Amazon for like 25, a wooden paddle from Amazon. It was crap, but I liked the game. It was a fun game. Shout out to Dan, by the way, who got me into pickleball. And
You gotta get a
then
game. You gotta get a game.
it started getting colder outside, but I wanted to play, so I joined a gym, and I realized right away that I couldn't have that wooden paddle. I had to get a carbon fiber paddle. You can control the ball a little bit more, and it gives you a little bit more pop if you like a smasher. And I'm actually a good smasher, but you can control the ball a lot better. Wooden paddle that I got from Amazon, that's it's just something like if you're just kind of playing in your driveway or something. So I kind of started there. Someone invited me out to play, and I was like, cool, let's do it. And then I got kind of addicted to the game. And Troy, if you play, I'm telling you, you're going to get addicted because one, you're super competitive. The other thing is, it's hard to master the game. It's like golf. Like I get this way with golf sometimes when I used to play golf because I couldn't master it. It becomes more addictive. You
Right,
want to learn how to
obsessive.
master it. Yes, and that's the same thing with pickleball. I wanted to learn how to master and I'm
Do you-
nowhere near it. And then I tore my rotator cuff, and I got even more behind.
Wait, is that the
So-
reason why you tore your rotator cuff because of pickleball?
Yeah, right on the court. Yeah, I
That
tore it
may
on the
not
court.
be good for me. Noah, do you play?
No.
No, he would probably
Drew?
be good at it. He's athletic.
What do you
Drew
call it?
probably
My
good at it,
gym
too.
my gym at Lifetime, they have a pickleball court. It used to be a basketball court, and then they colonized it with pickleball.
Yeah, that's
so
the thing.
because it's
That's
it
actually
was
a
for
thing, Troy.
money. Yeah, they've been in my gym. They've been like taking away some of the basketball court, putting in pickleball courts, and people have been petitioning like, yo, like stop.
Just on that
Like,
note, it's
Hoop
becoming a
culture's dead.
more elitist sport where they make paddles and shoes like just super expensive, and even like if you can't get to an outdoor court and indoor membership, I'll tell you what I pay off the air, what I pay monthly to go to this gym.
I pay
But
$200
it's
a month to
becoming
go to
an
my
elitist
gym.
sport. What's
So
that?
they don't.
I
they
pay
don't want us
$200 a month for my
involved.
gym membership.
No, this is strictly. You pay $200 a month to go to gym. No, this
and
is
that's not
strictly
including the pickleball membership you have to pay if you want to play in
some
their
court.
league.
Yeah, you have to do. Well, this is just strictly a pickleball gym. It's nothing. They don't do
Oh,
anything
okay.
with pickleball. But yeah, it's becoming.
intrigued.
I
I'm
don't like
intrigued.
where it's going because it's not really open up to everyone to some extent. Because if you want to be good at, if you want the equipment's, pretty expensive. My paddle,
I feel like
It's
your
on the-
paddle's on the higher end of
no,
paddle
not at
prices.
all.
No.
Not at all. It's probably in the middle. It's probably in the middle. But people get multiple paddles for like different things they want to try or train with or what kind of tournaments they're in. So it's becoming very elitist, and it does bother me a little bit. And even when we play outside, we were playing outside last year, there was not too many people that look like us out there.
Right.
So I think it's a country's fastest growing sport. So I can say that. Hopefully it gets out to the masses. It's a great sport. And Troy, for me, like we used to be super athletic. I'm sure you're a lot more athletic than I am right now. But this gives me a opportunity
really.
to be competitive, where I don't have too many avenues. I can't play with those
Right.
young boys and playing basketball anymore.
Yeah.
So this gives me an opportunity to be competitive.
I hear you.
And it's something to work
intrigued.
towards. So
I am
yeah,
intrigued.
you should try it, dude. It's really good. It's a really good sport, and it gets very addictive because you can't control. You can't. It takes a long time to master it.
Something else that
Maybe
has been
my son
getting
will
out.
take me out.
Yeah, I get it.
Maybe my son will take
You
me
don't
out.
want to go where I've played.
Why?
It was we'll talk about it off the
Okay.
podcast.
All right.
For those
But
watching,
speaks-
the P on my hat does not stand for pickleball.
Oh my god. Stop
Speaking of getting out to the masses, the Sixers being fully healthy has been going has been getting talked about around the league. Everybody's taking note that the Sixers are of full strength, and they did drop a game last night to the Miami Heat. I want to kick it to you first, Chuck. I know you watched the game. What are your thoughts on what went down? I know Nick Nurse has been getting some heat in the media, and I can definitely say a few things about how he handled that game in the second half, particularly. But what did you see from the Sixers last night?
Well, it's interesting. He has been getting some heat from the media, and I know Troy's ready to pounce on him and his job status. As you guys know, I do not believe in coaching. I don't think coaches matter. Could have helped yesterday probably a little bit. Here's my issue with yesterday, and not only yesterday, with the Sixers in general. And I don't think it's anything they can control. It's really hard to be a team that closes out other teams well when your best player depends on other people getting him the ball. It's just it's kind of almost started with Jordan, but now it's evolved to a point where if you aren't the one being able to bring up the ball, if you're not like an SGA or a Tatum or San Antonio is a little different, but it's really hard to close out a game when your best player depends on other people trying to get him the basketball, and that was the Sixers' issue yesterday. I was disappointed. This going back to coaching, disappointed that when it seemed like Embiid was dominating like that mid-range area late, throughout the game, he missed some really easy, 12, 15 footers. Mm-hmm. But then as the game got tighter towards the end, he was kind of hanging out at the three-point line. I was like, why don't you get in, especially when they went into that zone. I don't know if you guys noticed that. When they went into that zone, instead of being in the middle and having two or three people come over to him, he's kind of hanging at the three-point line. Then Maxey had missed some bad shots, there were tough misses on layups that Maxey kind of makes those, but they were still low percentage shots. Maxey needs to take over in those games. He needs to. I don't think they can depend on Embiid. Embiid's gonna maybe he can draw a foul. He might flop, but yesterday it seemed like he just gravitated to the 3-point line instead of going in the paint. Now, could Nick Nurse have said, listen, dude, you need to get in the paint? Absolutely. But sometimes I feel like Embiid's going to do what he wants to do out there. And it just led to them not executing well, and then Tyler Hero just hitting some really great shots. So I got to give him credit. I'm not going to talk about this now because Troy made a good point in the chat. I do want to talk about, after we get you guys' opinion, I do want to talk about their long-term success or lack of success as they get to the playoffs. But yeah, that was my thoughts. It's just, once again, close game, their best player, they're trying to get him the ball, and it's just difficult. You need someone who, like a LeBron, that can bring the ball up, like a Luka who can bring the ball up, and not worry about someone trying to get them the ball. And again, it's led to the really bad execution. They haven't had a good entry passer since Batum, I think, right? Can anyone
Yeah, that's correct.
even get him the ball? So that was my thoughts on the game. So I don't want to dominate the airwaves there.
Yeah, from watching it, I thought that Embiid settled for a lot of jumpers in that second half when he could have taken it to the post, and he had a lot of mismatches at times that he just settled for those jumpers. I know, Dad, you remember when they were playing that zone and he made a catch and shoot play and had no hesitation, just put it up right away. You were like, he needs to do that more. He needs to catch and shoot, no hesitation, because it's money from that mid-range spot. So, Dad, I wanna ask you what your biggest takeaway was. Was it, similar to Chuck, and they need to do a better job of getting Embiid the ball? Was it coaching by Nick Nurse not adjusting to that zone? I know we talked a little bit about rotations, but what was your biggest takeaway?
My biggest takeaway was defensively, they continue to overhelp, and when they don't need to, and it puts them in bad positions. And Kobe, you made a great point. when we were watching the game when you said, do you think their problem with rebounding is because of the way they play defense? And I think that's 100% the reason why. Because they always seem to be scrambling on defense and out of position. And, a shot goes up and it missed and the ball sitting there in the middle of the floor. And the only people who are ready to pounce on that ball is the other team. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Joel Embiid after the game said that they need to stop over helping. They need to cut it out.
Oh, did he? I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So I'm curious to see what that is going to look like. Nick Nurse can't change his whole defense in 2 weeks for the playoffs and in the next 2 weeks, but he definitely needs to make some adjustments. I don't know what those adjustments are going to look like. To be honest with you, I don't have a lot of confidence in Nick Nurse anymore. I don't think he's very stubborn in the way he looks at his players. Like you think about when Maxey was out, and listen, this guy is not my favorite player at all, but Cam Payne, he came in and he did some things that were pretty good, right? He played pretty well overall, right? I mean, he wasn't a superstar, but he played pretty well overall.
Yeah,
How does he not get minutes last night? Maxey played 43 minutes. He's coming off an injury. Cam Payne can't get 5 minutes to just give him a break. And down the stretch, Maxey was not great. Maybe it's because he was tired. Like to me, that's
a
a
good point.
big issue for me going forward. Is Nick Nurse, the way he treats, the way he ignores some of his players from game to game, and then his lack of adjustments defensively. Listen, I know that's the way he played defense when he won the championship in Toronto, but he doesn't have that personnel. He doesn't have a bunch of long athletic wings and Kawhi Leonard, basically, right? So you can't play that way. You have to he has to figure something else out that can make this team a cohesive unit on the defensive end. Offensively, listen, I thought in the last 2 games they played a lot better offensively. I think they played a better brand of team basketball than they have all year. I'd say the last week. So I'm not too worried about them offensively. It's the defensive end, and then it's also the minutes that he gave. I don't know, Chuck, you're a big Kelly Oubre fan. I don't hate Kelly Oubre, but Nick Nurse is making me dislike him. No, Nick Nurse is making me dislike him because he shouldn't be playing 30 minutes at a clip. Not him.
Was it the PG? Like he thought PG should have played more. Like I was thinking that too down the stretch. I thought PG
It could have been PG. It could have been VJ. It could have been Watford. It could have been anybody. Kelly Oubre. There's always a time and place for his skills, and 30 minutes at a clip that's not it. Oh. And I thought that Nick Nurse would have realized this by now, but he hasn't. So
I agree with you because I was wondering why. Well, they were making a run with Kelly in there, but I was thinking why wasn't PG in the game? He was super effective in that first quarter. I think Kelly's a really good defensive player. I think PG is just as good, but he makes smarter decisions on offense. So I thought he should have been out there. They got him in late, but it seemed like it was too late.
Kelly was getting cooked by Hero.
PG's just as good as Kelly.
What do you think, Noah? You don't think that's the case?
I just thought it was funny, like comparing them. Like I feel like PG's a way better player than Kelly.
I think reputations aside, I think Kelly's just as good. I think when they played the Knicks in the playoffs that year, they were like, Kelly, you're going to stick Brunson, and he did a really good job. He's their best. Before PG got there, he was their best wing player. I'm not saying the best wing defender. I'm not saying that's a high bar to clear, but
I think he has great effort. I think he has great effort on defense more times than not. He tends to get tired late in games. Like in that Knicks series, I remember he got tired and took some plays off defensively, and even last night too.
That's because
But,
he's playing
yeah,
30
he-
straight minutes. You can't play him for 30
Yeah.
straight minutes and expect these guys to be fresh at the end of a game.
Right. I think the
I'm not saying
consensus
he's
we
better.
I think the consensus we had after that Knicks series was that Kelly shouldn't be playing 30, 35 minutes a night on a winning team, and that's what he's doing now. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to say, Troy, getting back to the campaign, not really campaign. So the last two games, so the Heat game and then the
Hornets.
Charlotte game, yeah, I was thinking, and I wonder if you guys were thinking the same thing. Like, if we had McCain, would he be getting would he be getting any burn against Charlotte and against the Heat? Like, who would, not that he couldn't like spot up in a corner and hit some threes, who would he be guarding? Like, who would McCain be guarding in those two games? I think, again, I'm not saying I was for the trade. I'm on record. They didn't get anyone back. It was a bad trade. It just made me think. I'm watching those games, like, who on the Charlotte Hornets is McCain going to guard? And then who is he going to guard on the Heat?
And
Now, like I said, he could
listen,
stay in the corner and shoot threes, but other than that, like, it's, you got to play both sides of the ball. So, I don't know. It was a bad trade, but it does, unless he really took a leap defensively, I don't know. I don't know if he's a
listen.
long-term, like, starting point guard in this league, but we'll see.
I don't think he is. I don't think McCain is a starting point guard in this league right now. But I think he would be the perfect third guard off the bench.
Even more so than Grimes.
He's another guy. I'm
Even
talking
more
about
so than
McCain.
Grimes. I'm saying, but you think McCain would be a better third guard than Grimes? Grimes is a two-way player.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't go that far. But I would be able to find minutes for McCain. And again, I'm not gonna play McCain 20 straight minutes. Like, that's silly. But you can't tell me that he can't come in off the bench and play and give me 10 minutes, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. And if he has it going, all right, now you can play 15 straight minutes. Maybe I will play you 20 straight minutes. Right?
Yeah,
if
they
he has
can
it
find a
going.
role for him.
But
They can
that's
certainly find a role for him,
that's
but-
Nick Nurse. He couldn't do it. He couldn't figure it out.
McCain's
That's
finding
another
minutes
knock
on
on
the
him.
defending champs right now.
Exactly.
McCain's finding minutes on the Sixers.
Yeah, but I think. Do you look at his box scores? Take a look at. It's like 13 to 15 points, no rebounds, no assists, no steals.
Because you know why?
You know-
He has a role. That's his role.
Yeah.
They carved out a role for him. This is your role. This is what we need you to do. You come in, you light it up, and we could have done that. We need
I'm not
somebody
saying-
to come off the bench and light it up for us.
I'm sure. I'm curious if Grimes had a better contract, or like he was not a free agent next year, would Oklahoma City would have wanted him instead of McCain to some extent. I just think he's a better player right now. Like, he's a better two-way player. I'm not saying he's a better shooter. I think he's a better two-way player than.
I agree.
But
Yeah,
you're
agree.
right. I think I'm not pushing back on McCain. He would have a role on his team, and they could use the depth. But I'm just watching those games. Like, I don't know. He's he guarding Khan? Is he guarding LaMelo? Is he
Well, here's the
guarding
like to me, like
Tyler
you can say the
Hero?
same-
Like, who's he guarding?
Correct. And you can say the same thing about that Miami team. Who's Tyler Hero supposed to guard on our squad, right? But somehow,
He's
some
got
way,
length.
listen, somehow, some way, Spoelstra can figure it out. And listen, he junks up the game with his own defenses and everything, but at least he's willing to try anything.
Yeah.
To muck the game up, to make it frustrating for the other team, and to keep his star players on the floor if they're not the greatest defenders, right?
Yeah, great
That's-
point. That's a good point.
That's what
Yeah,
you
I
want
agree.
in a
I
coach.
totally agree with that. I agree with that. So
I was disappointed to see Justin Edwards play 1 minute
He didn't play 1 minute.
after
He didn't play 1 minute. He didn't play 1
he
minute.
he
played.
didn't play at all.
He played.
No, he played. That's all I'm
35
gonna get.
seconds. He played 35
Okay.
seconds. You can't put 35 seconds on a box score. So you gotta round it up to 1 minute.
Like
So-
Crazy.
that's ridiculous.
But let
That's
me ask a question, guys.
ridiculous.
They gotta start tightening up this rotation when they get on the playoffs. They can't play.
Why? Why?
18 guys.
Why? You
Because
don't
only
have to
play
tighten-
8 guys in the playoffs.
Oh my gosh! But okay, you only play 8 guys in the playoffs. Says who?
Says
who?
the history of-
Who says you
Says
have
the
to
history
do
of
that?
basketball.
OKC
Team-
doesn't just play 8 guys in the
Teams
playoffs.
don't really do that anymore.
All right, that's fine. Okay, play 13 guys in the playoffs.
You
I
don't
feel
play
like
13
I
guys.
feel like
Clearly, the
nowadays-
Sixers.
Go ahead, Noah.
I feel like nowadays, like the 7, 8, and 9 guys on your bench are like the ones that win your championship. Honestly.
Thank you, Noah. Thank
I'll
you.
never believe that.
Listen to your
I'll
son.
never believe that.
Listen to your son. Your son is.
If the
he's
Sixers,
murdering you right
if
now.
the Sixers,
Right.
is the Sixers
Let him
win a
finish.
championship,
Let
it's going to
him
be because
finish.
of.
Let him
The
finish.
Sixers will never win the Sixers will never win a championship. What are you talking about?
Because they don't have a good 7, 8, 9 guy. Is that why? Or
Exactly.
could it be Embiid?
Let's talk about
Or
the
Maxey.
last.
No.
Let's talk about the last like 5 or so champions. Like they all had like great benches, deep benches, solid starting line.
Troy. Troy, do you
No,
remember
don't-
the
Yeah,
Earl
the
don't
Carroll?
Sixers
Troy.
have potential for that, but they don't play their bench.
Troy, do you remember the Earl Carrollton game?
I do. I do.
How
I
about
remember
the-
Clint Richardson.
The Clint Richardson game.
I remember all of that. Those guys coming off the bench, you need those guys. Listen, your stars are going to win you in a 7-game series. They're going to win you 2 games.
Okay.
2 games.
Yeah, listen, I'm not saying they're not important.
You're going to you need if your stars. So if,
You are
if
there.
our stars win us 2 games, and we're playing against another team with stars, their stars are going to win them 2 games. Where are those other 2 games coming from? It comes from role players. It comes from your bench. It comes from somebody that's not even on a scout report, and he comes in for some odd reason, and he hits 3 threes in a quarter, and you never see him again. But those 3 threes matter.
Okay, we'll see. If the Sixers get to the second round, it's going to be because of Maxey and Embiid and PJ. That's the way I see it. Maybe you're right. Maybe some guy sitting on some guy sitting on the end of the bench may come in and do something. Maybe, but I don't know.
I think VJ
maybe
will play a
campaign
big
to
part
do
in
it.
that too, Chuck.
But listen,
What's that?
think about when we played the Knicks.
I said I think
And-
VJ will play a big part in them getting
Yeah.
past the second round too.
But he won't. I agree. I'm not saying he won't have a part. I'm not saying these. I'm saying if they win or lose, it's because of the 3 highest paid players on the team. That's all I'm saying. VJ will definitely have a part of it.
I think-
huge part of that.
But I think right now VJ has a bigger role than Paul George on the team.
Paul George doesn't even
don't-
feel like a Sixer to me. Does he even feel like a Sixer? He feels like
No.
I don't know. Put
Paul
like a
George,
substitute teacher.
He's so funny
He doesn't even
because
feel like a
like,
Sixer.
he'll hit 2 shots, and then he'll heat check the next 9 times down the floor.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have him do that than Kelly Oubre.
That's
Now
facts.
you just Kelly's
That is
been there.
facts.
He's a warrior.
That is facts.
I love Kelly Oubre, but you were
Fighting
just
out
like
there, dude.
you were just saying, oh, like I think PG just as good as Kelly Oubre. Like Kelly Oubre's like some like
I never
like
said
he's
that.
Paul George. That's exactly what
Man, I didn't say it like that.
like we could.
I
could
think
live with Paul George
I think
taking
Kelly's
those-
a very good
I could live
defender.
with Paul George taking those shots because we pay him $200 million. So you better take those shots.
Yeah, and if he gets it going, it's fine.
Tobias Harris
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
Tobias
I
Harris wasn't
don't
even
mind
taking
it.
those shots on our team.
No,
That's
Yeah.
who. That's
Not
who
like
our
that.
Tobias Harris was.
not like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right.
And he's a creator. I love when the ball's in PJ's hand. He kind of slows the game down. He's slow but fast. I love when he has the ball, and it takes a little pressure off of Maxey. Maybe
Takes a lot of
PG
pressure
should
off of
be
both
our
of them.
closer. Do you guys agree with the closing part? Like, I don't like. It seemed like they don't have a
Sid,
closer.
oh, I didn't really talk about
Well,
that
they
when you
didn't
were
have it
talking
last
about
night.
it, but I didn't really talk about that when you were talking about it. But like you want to say like we can't get our best player the ball, or we have to give him someone else has to give him the ball. Like this is what Maxi's supposed to be, right? This is what everyone was saying. Like, oh, Maxi's the new number one in the team. Like he's who we're about
But
to build around. Like
he's
why
not
are we
winning bees
talking?
on the floor.
But why can't he be?
He should be.
I wish he
You're
can.
right, but
He
for
wasn't last
whatever
night.
reason,
You're right.
Listen,
You're
there
right.
have been
No,
nights.
but he wasn't last night.
There have been nights where Maxi has taken that mantle. It's just not every night when Embiid's
Yeah,
on the
we needed
floor.
him last night to do it though, Troy. I agree with you. And maybe it's
Yeah,
a lot
but-
to ask. He's
He pulled up on a couple of bad threes. I think he hit one of them. He missed another one, and those layups that you talked about earlier that he missed. Again, my guess is that he was tired because he played 43 minutes.
that, and he was how about he missed 11 games, 12 games, so he might be just a little rusty. Cause some of those layups, he usually makes them or gets fouled.
Mm-hmm.
But they were still low percentage. But for Maxi, they're a little higher percentage than most. That moving screen that Embiid had when Maxi hit that 3-pointer, that was
Yeah,
Listen,
that
the
hurt.
refs, the refs were horrible. I thought good call on the moving screen, but there was a charge call on Maxi when Wiggins pushed him in the back.
Yep.
BJ was getting a bad whistle the whole night. I
Yeah,
thought.
he got attacked because he was so upset about it.
Yeah. The refs, and I don't like to blame the refs, but they were horrible last night.
They were horrible.
But
Horrible.
that's not the reason why they lost.
Yeah. So I just think Maxi should and probably is their closer, but we really needed him to do that last night, especially now that he has the tiebreaker. I don't think they're going to catch us. They have the tiebreaker, and then Atlanta just blows out Boston, so it's going to be hard to kind of catch Atlanta because they have our tiebreaker as well. So it was a big loss. We needed that. We really needed that win. But if they're going to treat Embiid like the best player, like I said, it's really hard to be a closer when you need other people to get you to rock. It just is. Shaq didn't win a championship until you got Kobe, and Kobe became the closer. You know, Kareem needed a wing. Like, great big men need someone on the perimeter who could just take over, and it needs to be Maxi. And he has. Troy, to your point, he has done that in the past. He just had it off game. Like I said, we just needed it last night.
Sixers back in action tomorrow night against the Washington Wizards. Should hopefully get back in the winning column against that team. Right now, who is in action are the Philadelphia Phillies. Noah's keeping tabs on that game. I believe it is 0-0. I know you guys wanted to talk about someone on the Phillies being replaced, possibly.
I can edit this a little bit. I won't go back to Troy's question about the Sixers, though. This is my last thing. I'm so sorry, Kobe. Forgive me.
No, it's fine.
David,
One more thing.
I missed that last week. Just with the Sixers, I know we're like Sixered out here. Troy, I thought Troy had a really good like topic. Can the Sixers?
Solo home run?
Who was that? Who hit it?
Kyle Schwarber.
Okay.
The Phillies have a lead for the first time in like 3 games.
All right, relax. Don't pick your spot on the parade route yet.
You were saying, Father?
What I was saying was, I think to Troy's question, can they have a sustainable run? I think it's going to depend on if they're in the play-in. No, they need to get 6 seed or higher, and I think they can I think they can beat anybody. They have to stay healthy, obviously, get some like cohesiveness with the team. But I'm not afraid of anybody. I'm not afraid of Detroit, especially without Cade. I'm not afraid of maybe a little afraid of Boston. I'm not afraid of the Knicks. I'm not afraid of Cleveland. They can't be in a play-in. Like, they just can't be. And that's not like, they're not going to like make a good run. I mean, what do you guys think?
I think if you look at those top 4 teams, Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland, the Sixers are probably on the top of their list of teams they wouldn't want to see in the first round. I feel like that's the consensus around the Sixers now that they're fully healthy. They're not a team that anybody wants to see in the first round. So yeah, I think you're right, Chuck.
I would
I mean,
love
could
to see
they-
the Sixers in the playoffs. If I was another team.
What'd
You
say,
would love to
Noah?
see him what?
I would love to see the Sixers in the playoffs. If I was another team.
Why?
Cause you just know, like, cause you know, just know that they're just gonna embarrass the city of Philadelphia once again. Come on.
He's not 100% wrong.
I'm not saying he's wrong. It's just odd to say out loud.
I don't really have a fear, Chuck. To your point, I don't have a fear of other teams. My fear is Nick Nurse. He's my fear. That's the biggest fear I have.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm
That's
dead
fair. He
serious.
does have.
Yeah.
He's got championship.
He does.
Why
but
are we
knows what it
resting
takes.
our laurels on that? He didn't win it for us.
yeah,
I'm
listen.
just saying, like he's
he
coached. He knows what the what it feels like.
He's not showing it
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
to me.
All right,
So
that's
do
fair.
Doc
I just want to
Rivers.
get. I don't want to. I thought that was a good question by Troy, and I think that if they get the 6th seed, I don't think they'll get the 5th. I'm hoping that Toronto falls back because I think the Sixers have the tiebreaker against them. But Sixers got a tough schedule ahead of them. You guys look at that schedule?
Yeah.
It's tough.
What do they have?
San Antonio,
lost.
Minnesota, Detroit.
Hold on, slow down. San Antonio, that's a loss. Minnesota, that's in Philly, right?
Yep.
We beat them earlier.
Yeah, without
That's a loss.
And Embiid owns Gobert.
Rudy.
Minnesota.
I know. I'll
So they
I'll say
have-
that's a win. I'll say that's a win.
All right, here's the
Detroit.
schedule. Here we go.
Mhm.
So listen. I'll get an order. They got the Wizards on Wednesday. That's a win.
Win.
They got Timberwolves on Friday. in
I'm gonna say
Philly.
win. I'm gonna say win.
Detroit and Philly will be at that game.
That's a loss.
At the
That's Sunday.
Spurs.
That's a loss.
At the Rockets.
That's a loss.
At the Pacers. Noah's
That's a
favorite
win.
team, he was swapped with the Sixers in that franchise.
That's a win.
And then they end with your boyfriend, Glenn Rivers.
Who just
Ooh,
got
by
accepted
the
to the
way,
Hall
he's
of
inducted.
Fame.
Yeah.
He just got
Oh, did he?
inducted to the Hall of Fame. I no longer look at the Hall of Fame the same way. I'm never going to Springfield again. I'm never. My daughter she graduated from Springfield College. We used to go to the Hall of Fame when we went to go visit her. Never again.
You never
Isn't
again.
it
never
a
gonna get it.
disgrace?
You're gonna protest.
Isn't it a disgrace,
There's no way.
Dad?
I never look at it again.
Isn't
It's the
it a
same way.
disgrace that the only reason he is called Doc is because of Dr. J?
It is.
This is
It
great.
is.
I hated it too. Like when he was playing, I was like, what?
I
what-
hate it.
what
I
is
didn't like it at all.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Caleb Williams trying to take the Iceman nickname.
Yeah.
You guys hear about that? They're like,
Okay.
that's to me, that's just blasphemy.
Oh, he tried to.
And
actually
yeah, I know
call
you guys
himself
feel
Iceman.
you guys probably feel different because you don't know who really George Gervin is. You didn't watch him play, but no, that's a no.
I know he did-
If I was good, what?
I was gonna say I know he does the celebration, but he actually tried to call himself the Iceman.
Yes, he's trying to give himself the nickname the Iceman.
Yeah, that's not okay. George Gervin, is the Iceman.
All right, Cope. I'm sorry. I took you off here.
The Phillies.
Yeah, Phil.
Yeah, well, we got a Kyle Schwarber solo homer that put the Phillies up. Noah, what are you seeing from your highly touted prospect on the mound right now, Andrew Painter?
He's only let up, I think, like 2 or 3 hits so far. You know, it's a lot better than Taiwan Walker was yesterday, so I can't really complain about that. You know, I'm just looking for him to be serviceable. Like, I don't know. Yeah, he had a lot of hype coming out The Phillies just let up a bloop that 4 guys were just around, and they just let it fall between all of them as I'm talking right now. Yeah. Hopefully he could keep us afloat so we wait for Wheeler to get back. I'm hoping he plays well enough for to take Taiwan Walker's spot, and they just move Wheeler in and take Taiwan out and put him in like bullpen or something. Because they pay him too much money for him to like. The Phillies probably have been the worst team so far in the MLB. Like that's not an exaggeration either.
We're in
Like,
March. Oh my God.
Yeah, so far they've probably been the worst team. They just had their first lead since opening day. They were no hit through 5 innings at least the past 2 games. Yeah, it's not looking too good, but it's March, so we'll see.
Are you worried at all
I have
about
a
it?
question and a
Like,
comment.
are you guys
I'm
worried
sorry.
at all?
I'm not worried.
about
I wouldn't say
the,
I'm worried, but it's really annoying right now.
I'm not worried one iota. I've been watching baseball for 50 years. And I'm not worried one bit.
It's just
First
annoying
of
when
all-
I've been waiting for Phillies baseball and I have to watch.
I have a couple things. One, Noah, do you want Topper fired after 4 games?
No.
Okay. Second of all, Taiwan Walker, he is trash. I don't know why he's even like a starting pitcher. But some of those hits yesterday they were just like they weren't like screaming line drives. They just found eyes. You know what I mean? It was just
I don't care.
I don't know. I'm just trying to get the guy some
He
grades. I
had
think
like
he's trash.
he let up like 10 hits and like 4 runs.
Yeah. I'm not worried. I do want, and I had to pull us out of nowhere yesterday, Troy, and I want your as well. I know you don't listen. You don't listen to the podcast, but you should. Everyone should re-listen. Even people listening right now, you should re-listen to the podcast. For our host on this podcast is a self audit. But I noticed like no one other than myself gave a definitive where do we think the where the Phillies are going to land. Like what, knowing the talent on the team, and Troy, I want your answer for this.
Mm-hmm.
The talent in the National League.
Mm-hmm.
What's your expectations? And if you can kind of forget what's happened like the first, 4 games.
Week.
The first week. What were you thinking before the season started? The Phillies, would they have, like last year, the second best record in the league, win the division, go to the playoffs? What's your expectation for the team?
I think they'll be on the verge of making the playoffs and not make it.
Okay.
I've listened to the pundits talk about the pitching staff, and listen, we have some good starting pitchers, but I think maybe they're a little bit overrated overall, the staff overall. I definitely think the lineup is overrated. I know you guys think
That's
Bryce Harper
fair.
can get
I think
back
that's
to
fair.
an MVP level.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I just don't think he's an MVP player anymore. Listen,
But how can a man second MVP voting not be MVP level player?
I said Bryce Harper. He was second. He wasn't second last year. Schwarber was.
I thought you said Kyle Schwarber.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I meant Bryce Harper. I don't think he's at that level. And listen, Schwarber, I don't even know how he was second in MVP last year. Like he's a DH.
Did you see his numbers?
I saw his numbers, man.
And they had the second most wins in baseball. So he had
I guess that's the reason. That's the reason. If he had those same numbers and they won 50 games, he wouldn't be considered an MVP, right?
They won that.
No,
many
what?
games
It could have. It could have. You see guys put up good numbers on some bad teams. Right? They're not considered.
Well, he put up good numbers. He put up great numbers on a very good team. I see what you're saying, Troy, and I think what your assessment is actually pretty fair. I think they're going to be close to making the playoffs. maybe because of lack of. I disagree with the pitching, but
Mm-hmm.
lack of a punch in a lineup, they're going to come short, and maybe because of the manager, they may come up a little short as well. So I agree with you. If the Mets don't falter, if Atlanta
I
has
think
another bad year, it's going to be.
I think
What?
overall they need a major attitude adjustment. I believe, and I don't think that's going to come. I
Yeah.
don't think that's going to come unless we get a new manager. And like I said, I'm not saying you need to fire him now, but
But what's
I can't
what's
wait
the
until
attitude?
Don Mattingly takes over this
Give
team.
me Troy. Give me like an
And
example. Like, what's the attitude that you're like? Is it the making the playoffs so many times they're just
yes,
complete? I don't know the
that
attitude you're like.
it's 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 Rob Thompson saying after everything goes wrong, no, we'll be fine. And they start to believe that they'll be fine,
Hmm.
when in actuality they're not going to be fine.
Okay,
They
that
they
makes sense.
just have that attitude of, yeah, don't worry, like, yeah, we're not playing well now, but once the playoffs come around, or once the end of July hits, we'll turn it up, and it doesn't work that way. It just
Okay,
doesn't work
I,
that way.
I don't know if I agree with you, but I do. That does make sense to me. What you're saying.
Okay.
That does make sense.
And I'll just say that you said you think they might not make the playoffs because like lack of coaching. Like, how does coaching not matter to any sport, but it's like baseball is the one you're talking about? The
No, I
managers.
think if
I
if
feel
you're
like
on a
baseball, like
fringe
the
of
manager
something,
doesn't matter at all. Like, I don't have a problem with Rob Thompson at all. Like, it's about like players for me. And and I think the
I,
attitude adjustment Troy's talking about is like, I want like when these dudes like strike out like they always do, like they just like kind of mope off. Like I want someone like breaking their bat like on the ground, like on their knee or something, like getting mad.
Like Brett
Like
Gardner.
I want some
and that
emotion.
and that's and that's also true. Like, it doesn't seem like there's a sense of urgency with this team, because
Kobe,
maybe they've been to the playoffs the past couple of years, and they've gotten
Yeah.
close. But that like, either we do it this year, or we can't do it. Like, we gotta break this. Like, there's none of that. There's
There's
none of that
there's
with this team.
there's nothing like if you guys are in a slump, Rob Thompson's gonna like do something and get himself ejected to try to fire the team up.
No,
Like,
that's
has he
not
done something
happening.
like that
That's
before?
that's not happening. That's not happening.
Kobe, let me ask you a question, Kobe. Do you have this unreasonable standard that your dad has for like Aaron Judge,
The
who
Yankees.
is probably arguably the best player in baseball, but he's never won a World Series. He's never won he's never been in the playoffs 4 years in a row. Like what?
Wait, what?
I
Wait a
don't
minute.
have that with baseball. What's that? I don't
He's never
have that
been
with
in the
baseball. 4 years in a row, he hasn't been in the playoffs. While you're looking that up, I don't have that expectation for baseball players. This is super hard. The best player I've ever seen was Barry Bonds. He's never won a World Series. The second best player I've ever seen was Ken Griffey Jr. Never won a playoff. Never won
Mike
When
a,
you
Trout.
a World
say
Series.
when you say player, like the most talented player that you've ever seen.
The most talented player the best hitter I guess I've ever seen was Barry Bonds.
Okay.
Well,
Usually, like,
Shohei might be the best player, I guess. But Shohei, he didn't win until he got to the Dodgers. He was on the team with Mike Trout, and they were coming in last place.
right. I look at. I guess I look at it differently. I don't look at, if you're the best hitter, that you're the best player in baseball for the most part. When I think of player,
Who's the best
I
player you've
think
ever
of,
seen besides Shohei?
honestly,
Before he got to the
okay,
Dodgers.
before this, I'm starting my team with Derek Jeter.
Get out of here.
He's not the most talented player.
Get
He's
outta
not. He
here.
wasn't even the most talented shortstop during his time. You had A-Rod, you
I
had
like
Garcia
Jeter.
Parra. You had A-Rod and Garcia Parra. But guess what? In pressure situations, he came to play. And everything when he got on the team, everything started with him. His teammates, the older teammates, they looked to him as the leader. To me, that's what being the best player is. Doesn't have to be the most talented, but when the chips are down, you are playing. He's making huge plays at the plate and in the field. So
I love
that's what I'm
Jeter.
thinking.
Oh,
I love Jeter. There's no way I'm taking him first.
That's fine. That's fine. That's I wouldn't expect a lot of people to take him first, but I'm taking him. I'm taking him first. That's what I mean
So
by
you-
best player. We
so
don't
you
have
say-
the Phillies don't have anyone like him. You know what? The closest thing that the Phillies had that was like Jeter was Jimmy Rollins to me. Jimmy Rollins set the
I
tone.
love Jimmy Rollins, and I'm not taking him first.
Jimmy Rollins set the tone for that team that won the World Series. Before the season started, when he said we're the team to beat. There is nobody on this Phillies team that will have the balls to say that right now. Not one person.
so you say
I want those
Jeter
type of
is your
players on my
pick?
team.
You say Jeter is your pick because of like if he shows up and if it's like a big spot, you know, he'll show up, come to play. Like outside of last year, like when has Bryce Harper not been that? You're saying
Yeah,
you don't
excellent
believe in
point.
Bryce Harper.
Excellent point, Noah.
And you say like Bryce Harper's not this elite player, he's not this MVP. Like he's had
I'm
elite
sorry.
numbers. his whole-
I'm not saying. I don't think he's an
Goes
elite
Garcia
player
didn't know that.
anymore. I don't think he was an elite player. I don't think he's there anymore. I don't. And it
But,
could be
like,
because
his
the injuries
numbers-
have gotten to him. The injuries maybe have
his
gotten
numbers
to him.
have been elite, even last year where he had it down here. So
I just don't see it. I don't see
Where-
it
when he
going
was
forward.
injured.
I don't see it going forward. I could be
Why are
dead
you?
wrong.
But why are you holding
hope,
that against them?
I
why are you
hope I'm
holding
dead
that
wrong. Who, me?
People do like have.
Was that Garcia?
They
You just hit
decline
it?
over time. That's not like his fault. Other players have to kind of pick it up in a way.
But you were the guys that said that he's still an MVP level player.
I never
I'm
said
just
that.
saying
I said
he's
Kyle
not.
Schwarber.
he is.
See,
Oh,
okay, that's
I'm
fair.
not
He
saying he's
thinks
that.
he
He might
is.
be.
I
I-
don't think he is. I don't think he is. I don't think he's there.
He won an MVP list. He literally won an MVP less than 5 years ago, and he's had elite numbers.
That's not today.
Every
That's
year
not today. Noah, that is not today. That's 5 years ago. That's great. I hope I'm
Kobe.
wrong. You understand this. I hope I'm wrong. I hope what I'm saying is wrong. He proves me wrong. That means that they're going to win a World Series, and I'll be the happiest guy on earth. I don't see it coming. That's all.
With
Kobe, you never answered
I
my
think with
question about
the
about.
standard that got really quick just on that, I think the standard that other guys have set in the league, like a Shohei Ohtani, to go along with Bryce Harper's numbers in the past few years, I think that those two things makes the gap between him and MVP really big. Like him and winning another
That's a
MVP
great
really
point.
big because
That's a great point.
I don't need
he's
him to
not
win
putting
MVP.
up those numbers.
I'm not asking
I
him
didn't-
to MVP.
I didn't say I didn't never said he's gonna win MVP or be in the conversation for that. I said he is an MVP level player. He's a Silver Slugger type
Yeah.
bat. Like when
Yeah, he can be he can be an all-star. He could be very good.
But
I'm trying to get
I don't
Kobe.
see,
You
like
never
to
answered
Kobe's
my
point.
question
I don't
about
see him.
Judge.
Hold on. To
every
Kobe's
year of his
point, I don't
career,
see
he's
him
probably
being
in the
like
top
Shohei.
20 and-
Oh, Troy, you crack me up with these comparisons. I don't see him being
But
like
no,
Shohei.
that's
I
like
don't see
No,
that's
I-
that's
Wayne
the level.
Blankenship being like Brian
But that-
Dawkins. It's like these crazy
what Kobe
comparisons.
just
It's
said,
not-
what my son just said. That is the standard right now. So I don't see Bryce Harper rising to that standard.
Okay,
with
then
Shohei
if you want to say that,
Ohtani.
yeah, I don't think Bryce
Yeah.
Harper is the greatest baseball player of all time. But
Yeah, I don't think that either, Troy. You're absolutely right. That's crazy. Is he the greatest player of all time? No. Is he the next Babe Ruth? Absolutely not.
So
So
who are the National League MVP frontrunners?
Well, it's March.
No.
Well,
who
who
were
would
they
you say?
last year?
Oh,
It was
Shohei,
It was Shohei
Schwarber.
who won, Schwarber.
And Soda.
So
Juan
like
Soto.
Oh, Soto was 3?
Harper's not even putting
He
up
had like 40. He had like
Schwarber,
40 home runs for you.
Schwarber had a phenomenal
Harper-
year.
We're not.
Bryce Harper
Kobe,
was
we're not.
injured
We're not
all
saying he's gonna
year.
win MVP. Like
I'm not saying that you are, but I'm saying that he's not an MVP level player anymore. That's all I'm saying.
that's fine. But the Phillies can still win with him. He doesn't need to be an
Okay.
MVP player. They can still win
That's
with
all we were
him.
talking about.
2 years ago, he was Silver Sluggers. Like he can still like produce.
That's 2 years ago. That's 2 years ago.
And when I
I'm not- Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No.
like silver, he won Silver Slugger. Like only one person per position wins Silver Slugger every year.
I'm not asking him for MVP. I just want him to.
And when
to
I
win.
said that MVP thing, I said we had 3 players that could play at an MVP level, which is a true statement. Trey Turner was 5th in MVP voting last year. He had possibly the best year of his career defensively and offensively. And I don't know what's the problem with me saying that. Like we have an embarrassing riches of top players, but we just
So what is the reason why we can't win?
because they're not playing like that right now.
It's March. I'm not
No,
doing
no.
this. I'm not
Kobe,
doing this.
I mean,
It's
Chuck,
March. Wow,
I'm talking
we
about-
can't
I'm
win.
talking about the
we
la-
won.
I'm talking about the
Less
last
than
2
won in the division. They had
years.
the second most
The
wins in
last
baseball.
2 years. Why couldn't we get over the hump? If we
Because
have an
the
embarrassment-
hump is the Dodgers.
Because
Your
Your
Dodgers.
MVP level
if we have-
players did not
we have
show
MVP
up.
Oh, thank you, son.
Yeah,
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just like a lot of MVP level players didn't show up either. Like did Aaron Judge show up last year in the
They seem to
ALCS?
show up
Yeah,
for the
we're-
Dodgers.
Relax.
Let's
We're
talk about the
not talking about the Yankees right now. We can talk about the Yankees if you guys want to.
They
I'm
show up for
saying,
the
that
Astros,
happened.
who we lost to.
What MVP was on the Astros? Like that doesn't mean you don't need an MVP to win the. What?
Altuve's an MVP.
When's the last
He
time he
he
won
wasn't-
MVP, Troy?
He wasn't MVP.
When's the last time he won MVP?
Just like you said that year, it was probably 5 years ago. Just like Bryce Harper MVP was 5 years ago, so it doesn't matter.
That's what I
right?
mean. It was not that year, but he has he won an MVP?
So was Bryce Harper. He had one
probably.
too.
Yeah, but Bryce
Bryce Harper won
Harper's
too. It doesn't matter, right? So what does that matter?
Troy, you don't.
You know
I'm
what?
not saying
You
you
know
don't need
the
an
difference
MVP
is-
to win a
the
World
difference
Series.
The difference is
The difference the
difference
Astros
is
have a good
that they
player at
won.
every
The
position.
Astros won. The difference is that the Dodgers continue to win with their MVPs, but we can't win with ours.
Mhm.
Why? Why can't we win?
Troy, that-
We have
to
MVP
compare-
caliber players. Let me finish. We have MVP caliber
I'm
players.
not doing it. Dude, don't compare the Phillies
We
to the
have
Dodgers.
MVP caliber players, yet we can't win. Tell me why.
The Dodgers are playing on a different level than anyone else in baseball.
Why couldn't
I
we
don't
beat the
think
It's not a
Astros?
fair comparison.
Why
We
couldn't
gotta
we beat the
hope they get
Astros?
hurt.
Listen,
Why couldn't we beat the Astros? Why couldn't we beat the Diamondbacks? Why couldn't we beat the Mets with our MVP caliber players?
I'll give you the
Why
Mets.
couldn't we
I'll
beat
give you the
these
Mets.
teams?
Harper had a great series.
I'm still waiting for an answer. Give me an answer.
They
They were better-
outplayed
they
us.
were
What
better
happens
this
in
year.
baseball? Happens in
Maybe
baseball.
Troy, this is baseball. Like you act like you make us sound like we are like newbies to baseball when you say like, why can't you beat these teams? Baseball is so random. The best team doesn't always win.
I agree. You got to give me one. You got to give me one out of 5 years. If you have MVP caliber players for 5 years, and you are one of the top teams every year in those 5 years,
Baseball doesn't work that
you
way.
got to give me one. You have to give me one. I don't care what anybody says.
baseball
I
doesn't
don't
work
care
that
if it's
way, Troy.
baseball.
It doesn't
I don't
work
care
that
if it's
way.
baseball. You got to give me one. And they haven't. They've given us.
Angels
shit.
had
they
Shohei
haven't
and Mike
given us
Trout,
anything.
and they were coming in last place.
Two of the top 5 greatest baseball players of all time.
That's not my problem.
They didn't
I'm
even
talking about
they didn't
the
even make
Phillies.
the playoff.
I'm talking about
So
the Phillies.
they
I don't
have
care
different
about
rules
the Astros.
because
I
the
don't
Phillies
care
have
about the
different rules than
Angels.
everybody else?
I don't care about the Angels. I'm talking about the Phillies.
So the Phillies have different rules in your head than everyone else.
Of course, they're my team. They're the team that I want to see win. They're gonna.
Then we can't win. Then we-
they're gonna
then we
operate
can't have an
under
argument.
different
We can't have a-
rules
we can't
than
have a
the
discussion
Angels.
then.
I don't give a shit about the Angels.
If you're going to change the rules, we can't have a discussion. Like if their rules are different than everyone else's, then we
Why-
can't win. We can't win the argument.
Why don't you get this angry when your teams lose? I don't understand. I frustrate you, but the team that you root for
So,
that
do
never
you think
wins
when they
don't
lost-
frustrate you.
So when you think when they
Huh?
lost to the Mets, I was like happy? You think I was
didn't hear-
thrilled?
I didn't hear a peep out of you.
When they lost to the Diamondbacks, you think I was thrilled?
Dude, but you
Like
don't
that-
carry
that-
it.
that-
But
that's-
Chuck, right now, you should be so angry that they
I'm not.
haven't won.
I
and
don't
you're
look at
not.
baseball that way.
Okay.
I don't look at
I
Willie
look at it
Mays has
differently.
one championship.
I look at it differently.
Frank Thomas has no championships.
I don't care about Frank Thomas.
But I'm
I do
saying, like,
not
you're
care.
talking about the best players I've ever
I care
seen.
about Bryce Harper. I care
It doesn't
about
work
Trey
that way.
Turner.
It's not like
I care about
it's not
Rob
ring culture in
Thompson.
baseball. It's no ring culture in
I
baseball.
don't care about anybody else.
So
That's what I
Chuck,
mean.
You're
You
talking,
can't win
You're talking.
if
in
you're going to change the
5 years.
rules about.
In the 5 years that this team has been a top-ranked team, and they've been to a
Kobe.
World Series,
Kobe,
and
help
every
us out.
year after that, they've
Just
taken a
has the
step
best
back.
player in that American League. No championships. Like, help us. You have to be on their side with this. It has nothing to do. Baseball is so random. It's not, oh, you have the
It's
best
not that
hitter.
random.
You must
It's
win
not that
all the
random.
championships.
It's not that random.
I just think it's hard.
It's not that. It's
I
not
just think
random
it's a
for the
hard
Dodgers,
sport.
right? It's
Kobe,
not
help
random
us.
for the Yankees when they won. It's not random for the Astros when they were winning. It's not that
They're
random.
Until the
outspending
Dodgers-
everybody.
Until the
It was-
Dodgers
outspend-
got
Yankees outspending everybody.
Shohei, like, do you know the amount of like World Series they were losing? How many playoff games series they were
Yeah,
losing?
where was that? Where was this energy when the Dodgers were losing all those World Series? Because they're not the Phillies. It took a while for them to win it. You know what? We're going to pay this guy
You're not
$500 million.
angry. How are you not angry that this
I'm not
particular
angry.
team has
I'm
not
not.
I'm
won
very
a World
disappointed,
Series?
actually.
And
Kobe.
year by year they're
Kobe,
getting worse.
you're sitting there. Silence
And they're getting
is
worse.
danger.
How can
Silence-
you say they're getting worse when
If I was a Phillies fan, if I was
They just
if I
had-
was a
No.
Phillies fan,
Talk
I'd-
about the Yankees. Talk about the
No,
Yankees.
no, I want to hear.
Like, you have to be on that side.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Tell me, if you were a Phillies fan, what?
He has a legitimate
Listen, with
MVP
the
on his
roster,
team,
with-
and they're
He
not
would've
winning
split his
World
throat.
Series either.
He would have slit his throat by now. He would have slit his throat.
I
if
would
he
be
was
pissed if I was a Phillies fan with the talent that you guys have, and the
outta
fact
here.
that you
With your
haven't been to a
payroll,
World
I don't wanna
Series
hear
with
it.
this roster.
I don't want to hear it,
with this
Kobe.
roster.
Yes, we
With
have.
I
that
would be
payroll,
pissed.
I don't want to hear
But
about like.
I would also-
the talent.
we went to the we went to the
Wait,
World
can-
Series like
Hold
the
on.
year-
Can
the
we
year
let
before
him
you guys-
finish? Let him finish his thought, please. Let him finish.
The year what?
We went to the World Series like the year before you guys did. What do you mean we haven't been?
No. With this group of players that you guys, since you guys got Bryce Harper, and the team's been built
went to the
around
World
him,
Series.
you've been expected to win at least one World Series championship, and you guys haven't
Yeah, for
even
sure.
gotten there.
Okay, yeah.
We got him there.
I get that. No. Okay, fine. We're acknowledging that, Kobe. I want you to talk about your like.
Hold on,
you
we
have
have
to be on
gotten
our
there. Though.
side.
Let's.
But I'm
You
saying,
have a
I'm
high
saying if I was a
payroll-
Phillies fan,
High payroll and the
That-
best player in the American League.
Hold on. We got to mute. All right, listen. Go ahead. Son, finish, please.
I'm saying if I
Finish.
was a Philadelphia Phillies fan, I would be pissed that the team has not made
Okay.
it to a point that they were
Okay, thank
expected
you
to
for
make
that.
it to.
If you're
But I
a
would-
Yankee fan, how do you feel?
Yeah, like we've done like in the past like 15 years, like we've been just as successful as the Yankees. Like, what do you mean? They're like the biggest brand in the world.
We made it to a World
How do you
Series,
feel?
so no, you have
So
not
did
been
we.
as successful.
We
Not-
went to the World
not-
Series in 2022, 2023. That's
We're
what
like
we've been
the
talking
mirror
about.
image
So
of-
Oh,
far.
that's
the
what you were
Yankees.
talking about?
Yes.
They did? Oh. Did
Yeah,
they?
the year we weren't
Your
supposed to
dad
go, we
keeps
went.
talking about
we went.
Houston.
What'd you say?
Cole,
So-
you got to be on our side. Come over to this side, Kobe.
No.
So
he's
okay,
not.
how about we just
Your
ask
dad
Kobe?
is wrong.
Kobe, how do you feel about the Yankees since we're like in the same boat? Honestly,
That's what I want to know. We're in the same situation,
Listen, the standard
and
with
you
the
got a high
Yankees,
payroll.
listen, with the New York
Yeah,
Yankees,
you
it is
can't
World
even
Series or
compare the
bust.
two.
so
So
is it over
any
here?
year that we
So
don't
is it
win
over
a
here?
World
No,
Series, it's,
that's not
it's a
that's
disappointment.
not the attitude over here. That is not the attitude over here.
That's exactly how I feel. I'm just not mad. You should have saw how I was walking around the house
That's-
yesterday when the Phillies were losing. Like, ask my dad how mad I was.
Yeah, he was.
There,
I mean, the way that they
the
lost was
attitude-
devastating.
Listen, the attitude between the Yankees and the Phillies are completely different.
They're not.
The
Like,
Yankees,
the
it
results
is-
are the
it
same.
is-
The way that you,
The results are the
fine.
same, Troy.
that-
like, Chuck,
It doesn't matter. The results.
Well,
are the
no,
same.
not really,
So how
because
is
the reason
They're
why
exactly the same. They're
the
exactly
reason
the same.
why the reason why
They
the
lost to the
feelings are
Dodgers too.
the reason why the feelings are different is because they're used to winning championships.
Oh my God.
They're used to
Okay,
winning
nobody on the-
championships. They're used
Nobody
to
even on that roster
organization
that's
I
even.
was
is used to it.
literally when the Yankees would last win the World Series, I was holding Noah in my arms.
Chuck, I'm talking about the organization. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the organization itself. There is a standard
we
in
can't-
New
can we
York.
move on? I'm
there's
not
a stand-
comparing a team that won
We're not
27
moving on.
championships.
The Yankees have a standard that the
Get
Phillies don't have. And it's
But I
the
don't-
reason
how
why.
did the Phillies-
That's
Chuck, I
the
wouldn't
reason
be-
why.
I would.
The standard is money.
Chuck,
How-
there's no
but how did
salary.
the Phillies
I
not-
wouldn't be sitting here saying.
I'm sorry.
I
Is there a
wouldn't be
salary
as-
cap in baseball? Is there a salary
No,
cap in
that's
baseball?
what I mean.
Okay.
How
If it
did-
was, they
how
wouldn't have
did
won
the
27
Phillies-
World Championships. If it
Okay.
was Troy, they would not have won
So,
27
if there's no
World
salary
Championships.
cap, correct me if I'm wrong. If there's no salary cap, you can spend as much money as you want.
But the Phillies don't have the revenue that the Yankees have. Troy, are you listening to yourself?
Can you
Like
spend
that,
as much
they don't
money
have the
as
money
you
the
want?
Dodgers have. Are
Can
you
spend
listening
as
to
much
yourself?
money as you want?
Troy, okay, yeah,
The
I
answer
can
is
spend
yes
as
or
much
no.
money
Yes
as I
or no.
want, but I don't have much as Elon Musk. Like, I don't understand what you're like. What does that have to do with anything? I'm going to spend all the money I have right now, and I don't have the same money as a millionaire.
Chuck, I watch the Yankees spend a lot of money. I watch
Oh my God.
the Boston Red Sox spend a lot of money. I watch the Dodgers
Okay,
spend a lot of money.
we spend the Yankees spend like $7 more million in the Phillies. Like, what do you? Maybe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like you're
and we have the same
competing.
results.
Time out, but you're competing. Like when you say we don't have the money, you are competing for the same stars that go to New York,
I'm
that go to
talking
the
about
Dodgers.
this year. This year, I'm talking about it's the same amount of money. When they were winning when Derek Jeter was winning those championships, they were outspending everybody. Your boyfriend Derek Jeter, I love Derek Jeter. There's nothing against Derek Jeter. Shout out to Derek Jeter. But they were outspending everybody.
I'm taking Bryce
Boston
Harper.
Red
over
Sox,
Derek
the Boston Red Sox were also spending a lot of money during that time.
Why do you get to talk about other teams, but then you have different rules for? I don't. Kobe, your silence, Kobe, is killing me.
I've been trying to talk.
the
You
last
guys
15
were
years-
talking over me.
Right.
We've
every
had the
time-
same-
every time he- Go ahead. Like, what do you want? What do you want him to say?
I want
You
him
want
to
him
say,
to
"Dad, you're
agree with you."
wrong." I was just, "Dad, you're wrong." Having an MVP on the team doesn't equate to like this magical world
And-
championship. It doesn't work that
and
way.
And
I'm
an
sorry,
actual
sorry,
MVP,
multiple,
not
multiple.
Here's an
multiple
actual MVP, not like a
We don't
hypothetical
have it-
one.
and we don't
He
have
has a
any. We
real
don't have
living
any, right?
MVP on this team.
Multiple MVP
listen, Aaron
candidates,
Judge,
like you said, right?
if I'm
we
being-
have
hold on,
multiple
hold on.
MVP candidates. Go ahead, son. Go.
Aaron Judge has been an MVP during the regular season. He has not been an MVP in the postseason. He just hasn't, and that's a big reason why they haven't made
So
that
you're on
jump
our side.
to
You're on
winning.
our side.
So,
It's,
I'm- I'm-
so
baseball
Drew,
super
I mean,
random.
I'm sorry, Noah. To your point, the Phillies have multiple MVP candidates, and Trey Turner, Bryce Harper.
MVP caliber players. I'm not saying they're candidates.
Okay, fine,
different.
caliber players. Why haven't we won?
Baseball's hard to
Troy,
win it.
you don't- you don't-
We
see, you
disappointed.
don't
That's the
start
We've
the
difference
disappointed.
between the Yankees and the Phillies. I wouldn't say that
We're
as a Yankees
disappointed.
fan,
There's no
'cause
excuse.
baseball's
There's
hard,
no
'cause
like the
baseball's
Yankees.
random.
The Yankees would never
I just
say
said
that.
they'd be disappointed, and I've been saying this whole time. But I don't know if you guys are hearing me because you guys are yelling at each other.
The Yankees would never say that.
I don't know how the Phillies aren't
They
like.
would
How
never
are the
say
Phillies
that.
not like? How do they not have the same mentality as the Yankees? Like we're all upset when the Phillies don't win the World Series, and so are they. That's all they want to.
It was
And-
exactly
and
what you
and
just
the
said.
Yankees, the Yankees show so much more emotion than the Phillies do. Like they're just like
They
the
would-
Phillies.
they
Like
would-
Aaron Judge strikes out.
They would
Aaron
never
Judge strikes out.
use-
He just goes like this. He strikes out and he just
Yeah,
goes.
but Aaron
he
Boone,
walks off.
Aaron Boone's gonna get
would-
ejected. Aaron
and
Boone's
Chuck,
gonna.
they would
he's gonna
never
spark
use-
the-
Rob Thompson got
Chuck-
ejected literally yesterday, and we got beat by 10 runs. It's not
That
about
was
Rob
that was the
Thompson.
first
It's
time
not
he's
about
been ejected
the manager.
in 9 years. The
Okay,
Yankees would
well,
never
how is,
use.
how is all these
Chuck,
ejections? How have all these ejections been working for
Just
the
let
Yankees?
me let
Like, how
me
many
let me
championships?
just
You
say
ever
this.
see
The
Brett
Yankees,
Gardner? Look up Brett Gardner on YouTube.
guys, hold on.
YouTube Brett
Let's
Gardner.
just listen. Just
You're
listen.
gonna see
The
you're gonna see a
Yankees
bunch
would
of bats
never
getting broken.
use
That was
baseball's
20
very
30
hard
years ago.
for the reason why they didn't win.
That's
Then why do we
That's
have the
still
same?
the culture.
Like Troy, over the last 15 years, we have the same record.
Okay, so what's the
Yeah,
Yankees
I don't
issue? What's up?
understand. That's not a good argument,
guarantee-
Troy. It's the same
I'm
record.
saying, I'm,
I guarantee you
Where's
ask
his
Aaron
policy
Judge why he
success?
doesn't.
that's the
You ask
difference
Aaron Judge
between
why he
the
doesn't
Phillies.
have one,
That's fine.
he
We
will
can have
stay
the
there.
same record. We don't have the same history. We don't have the same history. You got the same record. There's not the same history.
Sorry we didn't get Babe Ruth. I'm sorry we didn't get Joe DiMaggio. My bad.
So one player does
It
equate
is
to
what it is, though.
championships.
The
It
Yankees.
is what it is.
The Yankees are literally like the Cowboys.
See, now you got to shut his
Kobe.
mic off. Now you got
Kobe,
to
I'm so
shut his mic off.
disappointed in you.
They're not that bad in the playoffs. They haven't been that bad in the playoffs.
Oh,
Cowboys
okay.
don't even win games.
Okay,
in the
so
playoffs.
they're like the Niners of the MLB. Like they make it there and then they. Like,
I'm
This
disappointed.
has been a great stretch. This has been a
I'm
great
not mad,
stretch
Kobe, I'm
for
disappointed.
this has been a great stretch for the Phillies the past 5 years. It's been a great stretch, right?
For the Phillies.
For the Phillies.
I think
This
since
is the
Harper's been
norm.
there, yes, absolutely.
This is the norm. That's the norm. That's the norm in New York. That's
What's
the
the norm? What
Yeah.
norm?
look like this has been a great
What am
stretch
I looking
that
at?
the Phillies can get to a World Series, lose it, and take a step back every year.
That's the norm.
That's a
in-
great
How-
stretch. That is a great stretch.
How have they
Yeah,
taken a
that's
step
not
back
enough
every
for
year
me.
when they like increase in wins every season? What are we
I'm
talking
talking-
about? We just
I'm
lost. To,
talk- I'm-
we just
I-
lost
listen,
to the Dodgers.
Let me finish.
The-
They've taken
there
a
were
step
people-
back. They've taken a step back in the playoffs every single year. Every year.
Okay, we lost to the Dodgers, and there was plenty of people in the baseball world who were saying whoever wins this series is going to win the World Series. We met the Dodgers in our first.
And I will
matchups.
go
We
back
lost
to
the
my
Dodgers.
original question. Why didn't we win if we had MVP
Because
caliber
the
players
Dodgers
on this
played
team?
better than us. Because the Dodgers played better than us.
Better managed better maybe?
Did you give the same to when they beat
Their,
the
their
Yankees
stars,
in the World
their
Series?
stars, their stars, you know what?
And
They
the
played better.
Dodgers-
Wait, so their
When
stars
the
played better.
Dodgers beat the Yankees.
Yeah,
Their
Did you
the-
say
stars
the
played
same
better.
thing?
I didn't care. I didn't care.
Yeah, the four
I was,
the four
actually, I was
people
rooting
who
for the Dodgers.
actually
I was rooting for the Dodgers to win. I was rooting for the Dodgers to win.
and these Dodgers
up,
you're talking
man.
about, they actually have four people on their team, like about four people on the team who actually have been an MVP before.
Noah.
Yeah, they do.
I don't
They
know
have
what else
that.
to- I don't
Not
know what else
like
to tell you.
caliber players. They have actual MVPs, multiple MVPs on the team, not MVP caliber players.
This
And
they
conversation
beat
is
us.
going.
They beat us.
in
Listen.
They beat
circles.
us. And
Right.
and those
They
and those
beat
games
us.
that they beat us
Why
in,
did they
we-
beat us? Why did they beat us?
beat us.
Because
They
their
beat us.
MVP caliber players
No,
actually played
No, they
better
actually
than
didn't.
ours.
They actually didn't. Shohei,
they didn't.
Shohei played terrible. They didn't.
He played awful.
Their back end players played better. They picked
Yeah,
the
they
slack
did.
for.
Oh, the back end
Yeah.
players, the bench players.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That don't matter.
Not bench
To-
players.
to
They
check.
weren't bench
I
players. They
didn't
were
say that.
starters.
No,
I
I'm
didn't-
saying,
I
I'm
never said
saying
they didn't
they're
matter.
like their superstars didn't win them the series. The way
Shohei,
The Phillies-
Shohei
the
literally
Phillies shut
batted
down
like
their superstars.
100.
Yes. The Phillies actually scored more runs than the Dodgers in that series.
Why didn't we win it?
Because baseball because it came down to literally all those games we lost, they literally came down to like two plays, and they didn't go our
Why-
way, and we lost. That's baseball. We lost. They played better than
why
us. We
didn't we
lost
win against the
disappointed
Mets? Why didn't we win against the Mets?
because they played better than us. They were hotter than us. They played
Why
better than us.
didn't
They
we
beat
win
us.
against the Diamondbacks?
Same
I'll
thing.
give you the Mets, Troy. That Mets series. I'm still not over that Mets series.
Same thing.
I'm angry that they haven't won a World Series because
Alright.
I expected them to win by now, and I'm pissed off that they haven't.
Kobe, I mean, Troy, do you give them any credit after the Diamondback series? They won the division.
No, I don't
Then
care
after
about
the
I
Mets series. No, what I'm saying is, like, they didn't you saying like they could have given up. You talk about their attitude. They could
I
have
don't-
given up. They won two divisions in a row.
To your point, to your guys' point, they have a very talented squad. They have a lot of talent on his team. So for them to come back and win a division, no, that's like, okay, that's fine. You probably should win a division when you
guys
have all
also
that
aren't
talent,
in a
or at least
loaded-
be close to it, right?
You guys also aren't in a historically competitive division.
Kobe.
Like
hold
last
on,
year,
hold on.
there were two
Wait,
teams
get
with
out of
winning
here.
from
records.
you,
Kobe,
I
wait
don't-
later for that. Wait 1 second.
I don't want to hear from you, Kobe. You
I
had a
expect-
What are
chance
we
to
talking
speak up.
about?
I expect them.
There were
Atlanta's
two
not-
teams last
Atlanta's
year
not
with
tough.
winning
Atlanta's
records
not
in your
tough.
division.
Yeah, and those
What?
the Braves would literally have a hospital. They had a hospital team, and the Mets were the most disappointing team in the MLB.
Right.
In the,
Exactly.
Okay,
Proving
in
my
the
point.
past,
You said
He's just proving
historically,
his
Kobe.
point. You're just proving his point.
You said historically they're not a good division.
Like the past 5 to 10 years, how many World Series have come out of
I
that
totally
division?
agree.
Okay, that's what we're talking
two?
about. We're talking
How
about
many
this
came
Phillies
out of- How many
team.
came out of?
Two?
How
Recent
many came out
history.
the American League East? How many came out of American
the
League
Braves,
East?
the
I'm
Braves,
just
the Braves went.
saying.
The Braves went to the
I'm
World
just-
Series 3 years ago.
Let
They won the
him
World
finish.
Series.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
No, there's nothing to finish. Like he's wrong. No, I need to prove him wrong.
Where are these World Series in the last 50 years from the American League
I'm
East?
just saying they're not in the most competitive division, so winning the division isn't all that impressive.
But how?
For them.
How are they not? How are they not in the competitive division, Kobe?
Mets
Speaking of
spent
winning, hold on.
$300
How many
million
good team-
last year.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm just gonna put it on pause because we want to move forward. We want to move forward between
No, we
this
don't.
All right,
internal
we've been on
strife.
topic too long.
Thank you, Drew.
I don't
Well,
wanna
blame
move
Dad. Dad can't blame Dad.
You hush. You hush.
I don't want to
You
move.
upset your head.
wanna
Blame
move
Dad for
forward.
always having one more thing to say, and Troy for not letting go about about the Phillies.
Okay,
Listen,
He's been a
I didn't want to
Phillies
talk
fan
about the
for-
Phillies. I had no desire to talk about the Phillies today. I have no desire to talk about the Phillies for the next 20 games. I don't care.
I don't-
Right? You guys want to talk
I'm
about
just
the Phillies?
saying. I'm just saying.
I would
Let's
love
talk
to
about
sit
a new.
when it
let's
comes
talk,
to the Phillies.
You're talking about world caliber teams and world caliber players. Well, MVP caliber players. Let's talk about the
Okay,
Bulls.
can someone move Drew?
Let's talk about. We're gonna move on forward to the pop culture update and move on.
Okay.
Best defensive players, just what players in general in the game. Arguably, that
I thought
is
you were in the
never
island.
talked about enough, and is finally getting his flowers, or at least getting
we on
more
pop culture?
flowers. Yes, we're moving
We
forward
are.
to the
Move,
pop
move,
culture
move
update.
along, Kobe.
We'll move along.
Drew,
okay, let
we
me
haven't
help
heard
out.
from Drew.
Okay, Drew,
We haven't.
got it.
We haven't heard from Drew all night. So
I'm not ready to move on. I'm sorry.
I
okay.
don't know. All right, it's okay.
Okay, I was wrong
All
with
right.
the 5 to 10 years thing. The Braves were obviously in the
The-
World Series and were a competitive team.
The
But
Nats.
last year,
the Nats won the World Series.
last year winning the division was not impressive.
How about
I'll
when the
leave it at
Nationals
that.
won a World Series?
How about when
Yeah, that
Dennis
too. The Nationals were
Rodman
good.
was a world champion, not only one time, 2 times, but 5 times. Okay,
What is that got to do with anything?
because he is being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. Okay, I'm going to read the article now. Yes,
Yeah,
the
one wrestling
WWE
match.
Hall of Fame. He's already an NBA Hall of Famer. Now I'm going to add another thing to his resume to the WWE
He's had
Hall
one
of
wrestling
Fame.
match.
Listen. Oh my God. So it was announced by ESPN that Dennis Rodman will be inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame as a member of the class of 2026, a 5-time NBA champion, key member of the iconic Detroit Pistons and Chicago Bulls team. Rodman took over sports page headlines when he aligned with the New World Order in WCW in 1997. Known as Rodzilla, he teamed up with Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace to Hulk Hogan, sort of, kind of, to face Lex Luthor and the Giant in the publicized main event of WCW Bash at the Beach. Following Chicago's win over the Utah Jazz in Game 3 of the 1998 NBA Finals, Rodman famously missed a Bulls practice to appear on WCW Monday Night Nitro in Detroit, where he and Hogan attacked Diamond Dallas Page. Rodman once again tagged with Hogan to face off an on-court rival Karl Malone and DDP at WCW Bash at the Beach in 1998. Rodman has also had a memorable match with the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage. Rest in peace to the Macho Man Randy Savage at WCW Road Wild in 1999. The 2026 WWE Hall of Fame ceremony will take place Friday, April 17th in Las Vegas, part of WrestleMania 42 week. Okay? I have a
Sure.
question. Hold
I
on,
have a
Dad.
question,
Hold
Joe.
on,
Can I-
Dad.
Before you
No,
ask your
no, hold-
question,
No. Let me get my question in. Because it's for you, Dad, and for Troy, actually. what is your most memorable Dennis Rodman antic on or off the court?
Um,
Do you have a
can answer.
particular
You want to go
favorite?
first?
mine was probably Detroit, Philly when Barkley was on Philly. Rodman was on Detroit. You ever see that clip, Troy, when they're kind of like fighting for that rebound, like it's like a pogo stick,
Yeah.
tapping it up in there, up and up and up in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
Rodman got the rebound, led to a fast break. I always kind of resented Rodman early on because, he played in the era of Barkley, and I will say this until the cows come home. If Barkley was asked just to rebound and play defense, he didn't have to worry about scoring. How many rebounds do you think Barkley would average, Troy?
20 plus.
You don't have to do anything else, Barkley. You just have to rebound. Like Rodman has
plus.
that luxury of doing. Huh?
Like 20 plus.
Yeah.
20 plus rebounds.
Yeah. So I always kind of resented
20
him.
to
But
25.
as Rodman like matured into his game, he was a really heady player. His passing is underrated. If you want to know how smart a basketball, I tell this to Noah, Drew, and Mia. You want to know the IQ of a basketball player? Watch how they pass the ball. And Rodman was a great passer. And I really respected his game as he got older. But that play against Barkley, it kind of annoyed me because I wanted Barkley to get the rebound. He had it a couple times, but then Rodman kind of took it out of his hand. So if you guys ever see that play, that was probably, I wouldn't call it an antic, but it was just a show of his athleticism and his determination. I hated him even more after that play, but after time went on, I started to like him a lot.
I was always a Rodman fan. I liked the Pistons. After the Sixers, during that time, I was a big Isaiah Thomas fan, so I always watched the Pistons. I always loved them. So when Rodman first came on the scene, and he's just running around, he was like a jumping jack and like playing defense, really raw. I just liked him. He was like a fan favorite early on, and every year he just got better. So I've always been a fan of his. That's a good point as far as like the on court thing. Like, I always think about him diving out of bounds for loose balls, and running a fast break. Off the court is when he had on a wedding dress and he was signing his autographs for like his autobiography or something.
Oh yeah.
He's sitting there with full makeup on and a wedding dress. He was just a crazy character. I love him. I really do. I always did. So kudos to him. He was in one wrestling match that I saw. I don't know how he's in the Hall of Fame, but kudos to him.
He's been in a couple.
Okay.
But just think about how someone like him has transcended basketball and just pop culture in general.
Yes, he has.
Just think about
has.
that. Just his story in general. Just a guy who's never really played basketball to becoming one of the best players. Period.
Right.
Defensively, I mean, how many people can say they can rival Rodman? Just look at his record. He can match with what's his name? Russell, fucking, oh my God.
Bill Russell.
Bill Russell?
Person.
But thank you.
Bill Russell?
I was about to say Russell
I think you can say
Westbrook,
Russell
but
Wilson.
Bill Russell, thank you. Yeah, I know, thank you. Wrong Russell. But yeah.
I think I will say this. I think I said it before. I don't think the Bulls win against Seattle or Utah if they don't have Rodman.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
Michael
they went
Jordan.
up against two teams that were led basically by their power forwards. And there was no one really that could stand up to those guys defensively. Like
Troy, could they have
yeah.
a Horace Grant type player and win it?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
You needed Godzilla. You needed the word. You needed the bad boy.
Because you think
I
about Horace.
kind of agree with you.
Think about Horace Grant when he was on Orlando. He was very good the first couple of years, but after that, he kind of fell off. they needed Rodman. Rodman was like that
I'm not
wild
saying
card.
great. I'm
to
not saying.
get-
I'm talking about that type of player.
Okay.
I don't know who
no,
was out there
I
at the
think
time.
I think Rodman was the perfect fit for those two
Yeah.
particular teams. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree.
Like he could get under your skin, so he could bother Carmelo, he could bother Sean Kemp, and kind of get them off their games a little bit. I think that was
Or
huge.
Barkley, or a Shaq, or a Bird. You know.
He wasn't getting under Bird's skin. He wasn't getting under Bird's skin. Listen, he could do whatever he wants
wasn't gonna
to Larry Bird. He wasn't getting under his skin.
That's true.
That's a Sixers fan admitting that.
No, listen,
I think-
Bird was the nastiest, man. I hated Bird growing up, but when his back issue started, and it's a big Sunday afternoon game, and it's the Sixers Celtics, and they say Larry Bird's not playing today, I'm like, oh no, like I don't want to watch this game anymore. Like I still wanted the Sixers to win, but no, dude, it wasn't the same without Bird. And then watching Boston play against other teams, if he wasn't playing, I'm like, dang, I miss this guy. I miss him.
Yeah. I grew to appreciate him as well. I hated him, and I don't think you guys understood. I don't want to make it off topic, Drew, but when the Sixers played the Celtics, it felt like a holiday, maybe not a holiday, but stuff that stopped. It was must see TV in where we lived.
Yeah.
I can confidently say if Jason Tatum was ever ruled out for a game against the Sixers, I would be delighted. I would not miss watching Jason Tatum play.
Good point.
Thank you for that pop culture update, Drew. I guess we'll transition into the fitness corner real quick. I do have a little fit tip or something to talk about. I love a full body workout. Full body workouts are really, I would say, popular for most people. They're really efficient. You get a lot done. If you do it right, you're not in the gym for too long. So I want to give you guys my ideal full body workout, or what a full body workout should entail when it comes to types
writing
of
this down.
exercises. So a full body workout, I would say, should always start off with either a squat or a deadlift. You could do different variations of one of those two, but those are the two major movement patterns for the lower body. So you want to start off with either a squat or a deadlift. They're also going to take the most out of you, so you want to add it probably at the beginning of your workout. Then you get into your horizontal pulls. So 4 major movement patterns for the upper body, 2 horizontals and 2 verticals. So you have your horizontal push and pull. So horizontal push could be a barbell bench press. You could do it with dumbbells, anything that's pushing in front of you. Pull, think about like a seated cable row, barbell row. So you want to have that push and pull that work horizontally. And then vertically, right, you think about a vertical push, a shoulder press. A vertical pull could be a pull, a lat pull down, a pull up. So you definitely want to have those 4. And that takes you to about 5 exercises. Then you'd probably add like something for the core, maybe an isometric, like a plank, like a dead hang, something that works the core, something that maybe you're holding for a long amount of time that works a lot of different muscles in your body. You typically want to have 5 to 6, I would say, exercises for a good full body workout, making sure that you get in your 4 major movement patterns for the upper body, and then either a squat or a deadlift. So that would be my perfect full body
I love that.
workout routine.
How
I
long?
love that because that's everything I can do at home probably,
Yeah, probably.
except the lap pull down.
If
Is
you
there
have-
a
if you
home
have weights.
variation you could suggest?
You could do pull-ups. You could do assisted pull-ups. You could do.
Chuck, you
You
have a
could
pull-up
actually you could actually do if you have
machine?
bands.
Like you hang it on the door, and you could do pull-ups off the door frame.
Or you
Works
could
pretty
lay
well.
on your stomach if you have a band, and you can do a.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
you
you
do
can
have
do
it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so you could hook that up somewhere. If there's something near the floor that you can tie that around, you can lay on your stomach and do a lat pull down from the floor. That would be your vertical pull.
Oh, I
That
see
would be a
what you're
vertical
talking
pull.
about.
Yeah. But yeah, that would be
How about push-ups? How about push-ups?
yeah, that would be a horizontal push. So that
Mhm.
falls in the category of like a bench press or chest press machine.
How many push-ups do you think you can do, Kobe?
Good push-ups, I'd probably say about 50 to 60 right now.
Really,
Solid push-ups, yeah.
really.
The most I've done was 83, but when I did
I
that,
feel like you
it
can do
probably
more
wasn't.
because I feel like I can do 50. I feel like I can do 50. So
Let's
for
see
you to
it.
say you
We
can
we
do
can
50,
do it right now.
You can't do
Let's
50.
do it right now.
I know. You see, that's
I would do it
that's
with
the
my
beauty of
shoulder.
my father. I need the haters to feel me. I need the haters. Put all this yoga breath to work.
How often do you guys do full body workouts?
I mean, I did
I would
yoga
say
this
my
morning.
routine is full body, which is interesting because I actually talked to someone and they told me like to isolate things more like have a leg day or they have a chest day, an arm day, instead of doing like everything. But I like doing full
Right.
body myself.
Yeah. It
So,
it would depend on the person. Some people like full body more, some people like splits. I think if you're really trying to build muscle, like if you're a bodybuilder, you're gonna do a split most likely. You're gonna do a push day, a pull day, and a leg day, probably 6 times a week. But if you're just looking to maintain and still put on a lot of muscle, but looking for something more efficient that you don't have to go to the gym 6 times a week for it, full body routines they're the goat. They're the goat. 3 times a week, you're good. You can progress, you can build muscle, you can feel great. 3 times a week in the gym, that's it.
I also
2 to 3
no, I
recommend
would
times.
love to hear
yoga.
your routine.
I
No,
do
yeah.
Monday. I do push. Tuesday pull legs. Some Wednesday, and then I do chest and back, and then arms and shoulders. And then if I go again that week, I'll do like again.
Do
Are
you
you
do
doing the
cardio?
Something
same?
like that.
Are you doing the same exercises when you
For the most part,
each
yeah.
day?
But like the gym I go to is kind of busy, so like sometimes I can't do exactly what I
Oh,
want.
okay.
So yeah, I try to do some of the same things. Or I'll try and switch it up every now and then if I'm tired of something. Or yeah.
Do you do?
No, is there like a fitness
Uh,
pod you listen to? Because I feel like you're pretty
No,
well
I
versed on a
really
lot
just
of
find
fitness things. I know that you say you're kind of a newbie in the fitness world, but I do feel like you know a lot based on what you said that you do, and you seem pretty consistent too. So I'm wondering if you have like a mentor in this space.
You can say it's me,
no,
Noah.
I
It's fine.
don't. I mean, dad's always wanted me like growing up. I didn't really listen to him, but like he always wanted me to be healthy. Like I didn't. I wish I did listen to him a little
He
more.
still doesn't listen to me.
But no, I don't really listen to anything about it. I just look if I got a question, I just look it up on TikTok. And, like somebody will say if I got a question about like some form or something on a workout. Someone on TikTok have a video about it, like to give you some cues on like what you should do, little things to do to like feel in a certain muscle more, or like what workouts to do to target certain muscles. I don't really, and I wouldn't say I'm a newbie to the gym, but like I've been going to the gym for a while. It's just I never really ate correctly, so like I would really be going to the gym for no reason. Like
Right.
I'm a tall person, so I gotta eat enough to like
Right.
really see progress. So yeah, I
How
really
how
just
many
You
find
look
it
like
on
calories
you.
do you
TikTok.
eat a day? Would you say, Noah?
Like I try to eat like a little over 3,000.
Okay,
Right.
that's good.
Sometimes it doesn't happen though.
It looks like you've lost some weight. I know you're counting your calories, but
I
it
haven't
looks like
weighed
you're
myself in a
losing
while.
weight,
I
huh?
don't weigh myself.
It doesn't
Okay,
like
but you look
I don't
he
weigh
could
slimmer.
look
myself.
like he could look slimmer, but still weigh the same. Still weigh the same. If he's building muscle, he can weigh the same amount, look, you know, 2 times skinnier.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about like my weight right now. I'm just trying to build like muscle because I've always been like skinny fat. So I just want to get rid of that.
Okay.
The what?
Drew, while we're waiting for Colby to get back on, you have any like
Yeah, something
yoga
like that.
tips you want to tell us before we get off the topic?
I mean, like I did heated yoga today, so like I was sick for like the past week, so today and yesterday was the first time I was back at the gym. And the first time I did yoga yesterday, I signed up for 2 classes, right? And they're both like an hour a pop. I only stuck around for the first class because it kicked my butt. I was just sweating my butt off. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can't keep up. It's because it's been a minute. I'm still like a little wonky. I'm better, but it humbles you when you do yoga because you gotta like you have to like you're practicing these movements. You're in kind of like these compromising positions. You're learning how to like strength train and like balance and learn some like dynamic movements and like you're also like rehabbing your body because it's sort of like a active recovery in many ways while also strengthening yourself. So it's real interesting, and it's a practice that's been done for so many years. So there's a lot of variations, and different teachers have their own approach. So it's every time I do it, it's always something different. So I'm never really bored. So I always try to take a class when I'm doing a workout.
All right. I'm gonna run point for a little while. So we want to transition into. We don't got much about the Eagles, right? You guys want to talk about the Eagles?
No, not really. Like, what
I
are
mean,
you
how
gonna
about
talk about?
Troy? You want to give us a breakdown of the tournament?
Well, wait a minute. You had something in the rundown about the coaches meetings. Did something come out of there?
The owners' meetings.
The owners meeting.
Yeah.
Did something come out of there?
So the only thing I got of it, I don't know if you guys watched some of the Howie stuff. He was praising Reed Blankenship for his time with the Eagles. I don't know why they didn't re-sign him, but just like give him his flowers, being a great Eagle. They asked him about A.J. Brown, and he was pretty, what Howie usually does is he didn't deflect it. He just was like, hey.
Yeah,
A.J.
I
Brown's
saw
an
that.
Eagle.
I heard that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that.
Did you hear Mike Vrabel's response when they asked him about it?
What'd you say? Mike.
Did you hear Mike Vrabel's?
I didn't. I saw the headline, but I didn't hear what he actually said.
Did you see it, Noah?
No.
It was more. He didn't deny it, which I thought was interesting. He was saying we're always trying to get our team better. Whatever we need to do. Someone asked him about, hey, were there talks about trading for A.J. Brown, and have the talks stopped? And he's like, we're always trying to like improve our team. So he didn't deny it. It just feels like that they're waiting for June 1st to come, and then I think A.J. Brown's going to be a Patriot. That's where I
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
what it seems like.
The only other thing
gone,
I got
bro.
out of
He's gone, fam.
the only other thing I got out of it was it looks like the Eagles, they're trying to like position for a new stadium. Did you see that, Troy?
To do what?
They're trying to position for a new stadium.
I did see that, and I saw the the rendition of it. I thought it looked pretty cool. Actually, they just put a dome over the link. It's like an open dome over the link. Is the picture that I saw.
Yeah. But what do you think of dome football in Philadelphia?
I would love it. It's
Really?
not. It's not enclosed. It's not enclosed. From what I saw, if it's like the link, and they just had a dome that was open on. I think it was open on the front end, like wide open on the front end, so the elements could still come in, but for the most part, everybody in the stadium will be protected.
Interesting. Okay. Maybe I'll go for that. I don't like indoor football. I think there's a mystique in the NFC East
I agree.
for the most part.
I agree.
That-
Like Green Bay should never get a dome,
Yeah.
but I do think Buffalo needed one. I think they needed one because the snow up there.
I think they need a new stadium. I'm not saying they need a dome, but I kind of get it.
Yeah, like when Come on, they get like 20 inches of snow. Off,
Yeah.
off,
I
off.
just I think Lori's been a really good owner. I do. It never fails though when these owners want new stadiums. It usually costs the taxpayers a lot of money, and they're going to get it because the Eagles are the hottest thing in town. But there's nothing wrong with the link. They can certainly just keep that stadium and without like holding the city hostage. So, but they're going to get it, and that's going to be a little unfortunate. Well, we got you guys in the same room. You want to talk about the little bit of the tournament? I'll sit back and relax and listen.
No, look, you guys need to talk about the tournament.
Yeah,
Have you guys are UConn fans?
Troy, I found out on
I
Saturday
will.
that Coach
will.
K doesn't coach Duke.
Tell me you
You
guys
want
are
me to
watching
talk
that
about
game.
this?
Wait. Tell me you guys are
Yeah.
watching that game.
I was.
No, that you
And then I
watched,
found
right?
out. I was like,
No,
"Where's
you
Coach
like
K? Why is he
UConn.
going crazy right now?"
No, you like UConn, right?
Yeah, I don't really watch college basketball when I watch UConn though. Um, and again, I don't see how coaches don't matter. Like I would take Dan Hurley as the Sixers coach any day of the week. Honestly, Dad. Do you see like the Alex Caravan and Mullins?
Players matter.
Those dudes didn't hit a single three the whole game. UConn has been shooting terribly all tournament. Yeah, did you see the two shots that they took at the end of the game? Alex Caravan from like
Yes.
30 feet
Yeah.
to tie
What does that have to do with Danny
they go
Hurley?
down by
They cut it to
he
one.
he gives them the fire and the confidence to no matter what they're taking that shot.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
They go out there and they try their hardest. They dive in for all the loose balls. They're doing all that for Dan Hurley.
Did you think they were
You know, I
Dan
went to school with
Hurley.
Dan Hurley. Did I tell you guys? Troy, you know I went to school with Dan Hurley, right?
Seton Hall, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Well, wait, he was.
And
He was.
he doesn't know
a couple
me.
years younger, right?
How many times did he beat you in one-on-one?
He's younger.
Yeah, he was a couple years younger.
None. So he was because of his brother, he was a highly regarded prospect. I can't say because of his brother. He had a Hurley name, so it was a big deal when he came to Seton Hall. But he, you knew right away he wasn't super athletic, but he had a shot.
He wasn't.
But
his
he
brother.
didn't. He never really lived up to that hype as a player. He
They
came with a
hyped
lot
him
of
up
hype
to
because
be
of
his
his
brother, and he wasn't. He never became his brother.
He was never his brother. So he was a local kid. He was from New Jersey, and coming from a famous high school, famous brother, famous dad.
Did you know him?
I knew. No, I didn't. I can't say I knew him. He was younger than me. But also Terry DeHare went to St. Anthony's, and Terry DeHare was on the team. So
Terry DeHare and Jerry Walker, right?
Terry Walker all came from St.
Jerry
Anthony.
Walker.
So
Did he come in with like a cocky attitude? Did you get that?
yeah, but
feeling?
most of the basketball players said that. We didn't have a football team, so basketball players were like the only like big. They were Division I. They were in the Big East, so they were really cocky in general. They didn't eat with us. You saw them on campus. They were surrounded by girls. Always made me jealous. So they were just another level. They were the only. Well, Mo Vaughn. Remember Mo Vaughn for the Mets?
Mm-hmm.
He went to Seton Hall too. He was older than me, but he was he was pretty well known. He would come back to campus. He was a Q. He'd come back to campus and doing it. So I can't say it was just a basketball team, but because we didn't have a football team, like basketball team just dominated like the headlines at our school. So yes, he was super cocky, just like he is now, as he should have been. He was like a highly regarded prospect. He just never lived up to it, and I knew right away. I can tell who can play or not. I'm not saying he couldn't play, but he just wasn't athletic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bobby wasn't either.
But Bobby could play.
But
Could play.
Bobby could play. Bobby could play.
No, did you? At what point did you say this game is over?
I thought the game was over at halftime when they were down by 21.
They were down by 15 at halftime.
Yeah.
And at what
I was
point
still
did
trying
you
to find
say?
Coach K.
Did you think at any point they were going to win the game?
No.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But again,
So who's in the
Dan
Final Four
Hurley,
now?
he got
For the
guys bought in.
men's,
Yeah.
Arizona, Michigan, UConn, and
Illinois.
who else?
Illinois.
Illinois. Yeah.
So there was a really
Yeah.
good article written by Kevin
Wait.
Ciffer on ESPN. He made like a March Madness pain index
I saw
ranking.
that.
It was a really fun read, and he was pretty much putting teams into categories, like 10 different categories of like pretty much a pain index. So like the lowest category was,
We're
oh,
just
they're
happy
just
to
happy
be
to
here.
be here,
Yeah.
or the other extreme, what just happened, pretty much. Like Duke fell in, the what just happened here kind of extreme with that loss. I'm surprised you thought it was over, especially after seeing Carolina blow a 15-point lead in the national title game, up by 15 points.
Yeah, I didn't think. I knew UConn had it in them to come back, but I just didn't think. I thought Duke would finish it off. I really did. Especially, like, UConn kept missing key free throws. And
UConn.
it's
I
not-
just think I just thought that UConn, they, like I said, they haven't been shooting well all series. I mean, all tournament. I didn't think they would have it in them to mount the comeback like that. But so March is about, I guess.
That's
I don't
that's
know.
exactly what it's
Did
about.
you guys see the video of like Dan Hurley like getting in the ref's face after?
Yeah, and like,
That's the
listen, I
that's
hate.
the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I'm not the biggest Dan Hurley. I don't even like him. I don't like Dan Hurley. But like that's how much I hate Duke. Like they had me rooting for Dan Hurley. But when I saw that clip of him, like that whole clip is fantastic of Dan Hurley because he's like get him, and then he sees the tip pass and he's like, oh, and then he's like pass it, and he and when the guy who what's the guy's name?
Alex Caravan.
Caravan. When he passed it to the freshman, the look on Dan Hurley's face was like, "Oh man, that's not what I wanted." And then it goes in, he goes off, and when he went into that ref's face, for some reason, dude, I just cracked
That was
up.
awesome.
I just cracked up, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess I like him a little bit."
Yeah.
And did you see like the ref was saying like the ref said like there was nothing behind that, like it was like I forgot
just
what he
him.
said. He said something.
It's just him.
And then
He's-
I saw Dan Hurley on like Mark Ingram's podcast talking about it. He said that he said he thought the ref was gonna come give him a chest bump because
he's a nutcase. He really is. He's crazy, and it rubs. I don't like it a lot of times. Like I think like his antics on the sideline are just it's overdone a little bit too much. But I'll never say he does not coach without passion, and that passion translates to his players, and it translates to their play on the court. Like he's a
you
very
wouldn't want him to coach the
I
I'm sorry.
don't think he translates for NBA players. I don't. They get
no,
paid.
I was talking about North Carolina.
Would he translate to North Carolina? Would I take him to North Carolina? Hell yeah.
Would you want him to be a coach?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Speaking of North Carolina, did you guys see that Caleb Wilson's jersey is gonna get retired? How do you feel about that? I don't really.
No, I didn't see that.
I don't agree with that.
He had a great freshman year.
I don't care. Like those jerseys up there, you get retired if you win a national championship or if you become player of the year.
Is that a fact?
That's
though?
it.
Is
That was Dean Smith. That was Dean Smith. That was his rule.
But is there anyone up there that hasn't?
Now
done those
there
things?
has been. Now there's RJ Davis is up there. Right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's I don't agree with it, but whatever.
While we're on North Carolina, who do you
I
guys
wonder what went into that.
see as the next coach? Now, what are you hearing?
I'm hearing Billy Donovan could be the next coach.
Michigan's coach.
Michigan's coach. And I think that's it.
Arizona.
They're waiting until the Final Four to make some type of decision. I'm assuming because they want to talk to Michigan's coach.
So you don't think Stackhouse is going to get an opportunity?
He should. He should.
But
I
he
think
wasn't
should.
good. Like he got fired
That's-
from.
Everybody
He
gets
got- he
fired.
was at
Every coach gets
Vanderbilt.
fired.
But he doesn't have a resume, you know.
His
I don't-
resume is he's the
He went to North Carolina and he's been a coach. Like I would hire him over Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith hasn't done anything.
I just wanted to see Kenny Smith coach because I like Kenny Smith.
Yeah, I would definitely give Jerry Stackhouse a look.
I'm surprised he's not even in. I'm surprised you guys didn't mention him. I thought he was.
I've
What's it-
read that like, you know, he should be considered, but yeah, I haven't heard anything official.
And Vanderbilt, when he was there, they have a bunch of accountants on their team. There's no like.
And
there's no
but
team.
also he also had them. He had them in a tournament, I think, or at least close to
I
it.
think maybe, but they're not. You know, it's hard to get into Vanderbilt. They're not taking like.
Yeah, it's. I would
not
definitely give
taking
him a look.
anybody.
That's a good point.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna hold that against them.
Who do you guys have? I should
What's
ask,
that?
okay, who do you think is gonna win the championship?
I still have Arizona winning, but Michigan looks scary. Michigan looks really scary.
Elliot Cadeau. I'm rooting for them.
But I have Arizona winning. Chuck,
I'm rooting for UConn.
watch the Final Four. Cole Pete, he's a power forward. He's a good player.
We'll be at the game. I'll be driving to Philadelphia. Sorry, guys.
Final Four.
He won't be
What time is the game? What time is the game?
The 6th game, 7:00.
On Sunday?
Saturday.
Oh, Saturday?
No,
That's
it's
the
on Saturday.
They got TVs in this luxury box, right?
Yes.
As long as they have TVs. All right. As long as I can watch the game.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt your college basketball with a free trip to the Sixers game. Eating food.
Thank
My
you,
bad.
Tracy. Big ups to Tracy.
My bad. Shout out to Tracy. Before we go, where's Drew? I have one more thing. Drew, I have one more thing.
He's all pop cultured out.
He's up working. I want to shout out Alec Boehm's parents before we get out of here. If they get me on that jury, they're not losing a dime.
Dude, they're thieves.
They're not thieves.
They thieved their own son.
No, they're
At
not.
a
That
million.
money is much. That money is
horrible.
theirs as much as their son's. What were they taking him to little league practice every day? Sitting out there getting eaten up by bugs.
Okay, they have an
Teach him how to
agreement.
play baseball.
You're right. You are right in theory, but then you should have an agreement with your son. You need to pay
Your money's my money.
us X amount. You can't just take it. Otherwise, you get
taking
sued
it.
by your son.
Notice my dad is saying this and he's looking at me, not Noah.
Yeah, I'm taking it. You guys get rich. You guys get rich. I'll be your business manager.
Fine, that's
You
fine.
can't-
Your-
But listen,
Your money's
listen,
my
listen,
money.
listen.
It's our money.
Linda,
You can sue me if
listen.
you want.
Linda, listen. I will
So
be sure.
shout out to
Dad's-
the Bohms. I'm gonna try to
Yeah,
get him
I'll-
at trial. I will not. You will not get convicted.
I will be sure to let you. Make sure you have a nice Jeep. We'll get a nice Jeep.
Listen, you got a lot of editing to do. We need to cut this off. It's been 2 hours.
I know. Yeah, I know, Dad.
Kobe,
You
can you
gotta
take us
show
out
me
here,
one more
Kobe?
things.
Probably our
Sign us
12th
off, Cole.
episode.
Sign us off,
We'll
Cole.
wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be back to recap the Final Four, some more Sixers games, and the rest of the NBA season as we get closer to playoffs. Till then, take it easy. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys.
Have a great
Talk to you
night.
guys soon.
Noah, calm down, Noah. Calm down.